You probably think that keeping your dog safely indoors all the time is the absolute best way to protect them from traffic, diseases, and all the dangerous risks of the outside world, right? You buy them the softest bed, serve their meals right on time, and truly believe that they are living a wonderful life of royalty. But did you know that this illusion of absolute safety is actually silently shortening the lifespan of your beloved four-legged friend? By turning our homes into a perfect glass cage and unintentionally stripping away their deepest natural instincts, we are pushing millions of indoor dogs into a severe state of physical and mental decline. In our video today, we are going to decode the single core mistake that almost all indoor dog parents are making. We will break this mistake down into 6 scientific aspects that clearly prove exactly how their current living environment is silently harming them. Please make sure to watch until the very end, because reason number 6 will absolutely make you want to instantly change the way you care for your precious puppy starting tomorrow. 1. Forcing them to live on slippery floors. We humans absolutely love beautifully polished wooden floors or smooth ceramic tiles because they look so incredibly clean and elegant. However, the delicate paw pads and claws of a dog were biologically designed to deeply grip into natural dirt, sand, and rough grass. According to a musculoskeletal study published by the Royal Veterinary College in the United Kingdom back in 2021, constantly struggling to keep their balance on slippery indoor floors creates tiny, invisible micro-tears in their ligament system every single day. This silent daily damage rapidly accelerates joint degeneration and eventually causes agonizing chronic spinal pain as they get older. Our safe indoor environment accidentally becomes a highly dangerous ice skating rink that slowly ruins their beautiful natural skeletal frame. The most practical advice for you here is to simply lay down some non-slip rugs in the areas where they frequently run and play, especially right around their feeding and sleeping spots. This one simple change beautifully gives them back that comforting feeling of moving around solidly and completely safely. 2. Living in a constant artificial temperature for way too long. Many dog parents have a habit of leaving the air conditioning or the heater running 24 hours a day to make sure their precious puppy always feels perfectly cool or nicely warm. However, Mother Nature gifted dogs with an absolutely perfect natural thermoregulation system through seasonal shedding and hair growth. According to a physiological study published by the University of Helsinki in Finland back in 2019, constantly living in an environment with unchanging artificial temperatures completely disrupts this delicate endocrine system. Their beautiful coat literally loses its natural ability to protect them, making them extremely vulnerable to thermal shock and severe physical exhaustion the moment they step outside into the real world. The absolute best way to respond is to let your room temperature stay as close to the natural outdoors as possible. Please try using ventilation fans and simply opening the windows so their bodies can truly feel the natural shift in the weather. This beautiful and simple action will perfectly reactivate their primal biological machinery. If you are feeling startled right now because you realize your home is not actually the perfect safe haven for your puppy, please do not hesitate to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your wonderful companionship gives us the immense strength to continue spreading scientifically accurate pet care knowledge. And please do not leave just yet, because the very next part will clearly point out exactly why their familiar food bowl is silently eroding their brilliant minds. 3. Completely stripping away their natural hunting and sniffing instincts. You pour their food into a static bowl and let them eat it effortlessly in under 2 minutes. It might sound like a very loving thing to do, but you are actually starving their beautiful brains. The wild ancestors of our modern dogs had to constantly use their sharp intelligence, their powerful sense of smell, and their physical strength just to find their next meal. A veterinary report published by the University of California back in 2022 clearly proved that indoor dogs who never get the chance to actively work for their food are highly prone to early cognitive decline. When all of that incredible cognitive energy is not properly released, it quickly transforms into deep frustration, destructive chewing behaviors, and severe anxiety disorders. The absolute best solution here is to simply throw away those ordinary food bowls. Try scattering their meals out on the green grass in your backyard, or hiding their food under simple cardboard boxes right in your living room to force them to actively use their nose to scan and search. This deeply satisfying process of working for a delicious reward will beautifully release all that trapped energy and keep their brilliant minds incredibly sharp for years to come. 4. Locking them in environments completely deprived of natural sunlight. Many dogs are forced to stay inside apartments with the curtains tightly closed all day long, only ever being exposed to the harsh artificial light coming from fluorescent tubes and television screens. Data collected from the neurobiology department at the University of Tokyo in Japan back in 2018 clearly explained that, exactly just like humans, dogs deeply rely on the natural cycle of sunlight to properly regulate their circadian rhythms and naturally produce melatonin. A total lack of natural sunshine will completely disrupt their sleep cycles, silently pushing them into a heartbreaking state of chronic lethargy, severe hormonal stress, and quiet physical exhaustion. The absolute best thing you should do is to simply make sure to open up those window curtains every single morning. Please try to create a cozy little warm corner flooded with bright natural sunlight so your precious dog can happily lay down, bask in the warmth, and beautifully recharge their physical energy. 5. The terrifying dead silence when you leave the house. When you lock that front door to head out for work, your home often sinks into a deeply terrifying and completely empty silence. For a highly social pack animal equipped with a superhuman sense of hearing, absolute silence does not bring any feeling of peace at all. A behavioral analysis conducted by the University of Lincoln in the United Kingdom back in 2023 clearly pointed out that in a completely silent environment, dogs become constantly highly vigilant. Their internal panic is massively amplified by even the tiniest little noises echoing from the street outside. Instead of getting some well-deserved rest, they are permanently stuck in a highly stressful state of active guard duty. The absolute best advice for you is to actively create comforting background noises that beautifully simulate a warm human presence. You can easily turn on a gentle conversational podcast at a moderate volume, or simply leave the radio playing. Those steady, familiar human voices will create a comforting wall of sound. This brilliantly tricks your dog's highly sensitive nervous system into truly believing that another member of the pack is still awake and standing guard, allowing them to finally feel safe enough to fall into a deep, peaceful sleep. 6. Starving their deep need to interact with the natural world. This is absolutely the most devastating consequence of turning a dog into a strictly indoor creature. Far too many people only take their dogs outside for exactly 10 quick minutes just to do their business, and then immediately rush them back inside. An in-depth study conducted by the Colorado State University College of Veterinary Medicine back in 2020 completely confirmed that the simple act of deeply sniffing the dirt, smelling the grass, and leaving their own scent behind is actually the only way for a dog's brain to process vital social information and naturally produce happy hormones. Confining them within 4 walls and completely severing their essential connection with nature is the direct cause of chronic depression. This cruelly destroys their immune system and ultimately shortens their precious lifespan in the most heartbreaking way. The outside world is not just a bathroom for them, it is their entire social network and their absolute biggest source of mental vitality. Instead of constantly rushing them, please set aside at least 30 minutes every single afternoon to let them slowly and peacefully sniff every single tree and blade of grass. Allow them to finally live true to their beautiful, primal instincts. Bringing a dog into our home means we are giving them a loving shelter. But please never forget that deep down inside that tiny little body still flows the wild blood of a creature that truly belongs to nature. Protecting them does not mean wrapping them up in a completely sterile bubble. It actually means creating a genuinely safe environment while still fully respecting their deepest biological instincts. When you finally start changing your living space and give them back their natural right to sniff, to search, and to deeply connect with the warm sunlight, you will literally watch your 4-legged best friend come back to life with a radiant energy, looking happier than ever before. Out of the 6 things we just went through together, which specific change inspired you the most to make your home a much friendlier place for your puppy? Please proudly share your wonderful plans with us right down in the comments section below. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button to join us on this beautiful journey of creating the healthiest and absolutely happiest lives for our beloved pets. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the very next video.